Hello everybody and welcome to Blender Mastery 1.7. In this part we're going to be working on the character's sword and the character's shield. So I'm just going to leave this character on this layer here, and then I'm going to come down here and press on this button here, which will go to a second layer. This just makes things easier because we don't have the character in the way when trying to model something else. So in this layer I'm just going to press space and I'm going to add a cube. We're going to work on the sword first, and then people are going to have lots of different ideas for what they want their sword to look like. You could even make an axe or something, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm just going to, for this sword I'm going to make a sort of cartoonish sword. I'm going to make, well, you'll see. So I'm going to start off with a cube to make the hilt. To do that I'm going to select this face and this face and then extrude outwards, and then I'm going to do a similar thing here, but I'm going to extrude down. That's going to be a bit smaller, and extrude out here like so. You can see that's sort of starting a hilt shape. These bits at the top I'm going to move to the left and the right. And I'm going to add a few loop cuts, as you can see, and then just extrude this down slightly, and I'm going to extrude it up as well. Don't worry if that's sticking out there, because we're going to mirror this in a sec anyway. And just scale it down slightly each time you go up. So yeah, I was planning to make quite a big sword, so slightly cartoonish. Obviously you can make your weapon look like whatever, as I've said. Now to mirror it, we're going to add a loop cut straight down the middle, like so. And just select all of the vertices to the left of that loop cut. Then we can delete those vertices. And with that selected, we can add the mirror modifier. I'm just going to drag it apart slightly and add clipping, and just click on it twice, and then we can drag it apart to make sure there's no holes in the mesh, like so. Just going to make that slightly thicker. Right, okay, so that's my sword. So I'm just going to apply that. And if you want, you can add a subdivision, but I'm not going to for this. I'm just going to leave it like that. You can also smooth it if you want, but once again I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, now for the shield, I'm going to have a kite shield sort of thing, so add, then this time I'm going to add a plane, then rotate it on the x-axis 90 degrees, scale it up a bit, add a loop cut, and we can just bring that down, bring that up, bring those up slightly, then we can just extrude this backwards like so. I'm just going to select these points and drag it forward a bit so it's actually in the kite shield shape. I'm also going to have a design on the front because that's a bit basic at the moment. So for the design I'm just going to get a plane. Actually no, we need to be in edit mode on this and then add a plane. And then rotate that on the x-axis 90 degrees as well. I'm just going to have a sort of, not a snake shape, or kind of a snake shape, but I'm just going to do that by extruding. Yeah, so I'm just going to have a sort of spiral shape. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. You can have your own design depending on what your game is about. Like if you've got a story you're planning on. like so. And I'm just going to, just going to select all of this, extrude it backwards, and select all of this. I'm going to add subdivide smooth, like so, and I'm going to drag this across. I might have to scale it down a bit, we'll see. I'm just going to scale it down slightly. Thinking of adding a mirror to that. Yeah, I think I'm going to add a mirror and then go on clipping. And just apply that. Move that backwards. So that's on the shield. I'm just going to like select that bit and set that smooth. Oh, we have to set the whole thing smooth, I'm guessing. Yeah, so I can just set the whole thing smooth like so. Actually, I think that's mirrored on the other bit as well, so just delete those extra vertices. Oh. Where is it mirrored? Yeah, I should have cut the shield in half when mirroring this. So just delete any unwanted vertices. Should be fine. Okay, yep, there we go. So we have our sword and our shield. If you select both of them and then press M, you can move them to this first layer. And then scale them down. You might need to scale the shield down more than the sword. But yeah, you can see that's sort of the start. I'm not actually going to have the shield... Oh, those bits are sticking through. I'm just going to edit that. I'm not actually having the shield on the character. Well, he's not going to be holding it. I'm just planning to sort of have it on his back as decoration. Oh, it's mirrored there as well. Okay, yeah, just delete those vertices. I've made a bit of a mess of that. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to position that on his back. Yeah, so next time I'm going to be adding some more stuff to the character just to make him more interesting. So thanks for watching this part, everyone, and I'll see you next time.